Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about varnish. Most of my paintings I don't even varnish because I don't necessarily like the shine and against the light that it gives reflection. But of course for some paintings it really brings out the colors, and I especially do it and like it when the background is dark. So in this case it's a black background. You can find this painting how it was done with a little bit of enamel and a little bit of laser as in the white. And I want to varnish it today, and I want to talk a bit about the options you have and why and how and what they do. So there is like a spray varnish I use sometimes just as a little bit of protection. This one is also like all the varnishes water-based, and it has 90% less solvents, so I can use it inside, which is for me the absolutely best option because I don't want to go outside and make all the fuss about it. And then I have a very inexpensive gloss varnish from like the dollar store, and it works perfectly fine. So don't always just worry about high quality, high price. That's not the case. While on the other hand, I have to say the Liquitex high gloss varnish, it's expensive, but this stuff can really give you the, like it says, high gloss look, almost like resin. Just that the layer is obviously thinner, but you can repeat it. This is the highest gloss that I can find. Something other than resin that looks like it is like a clear pouring top coat. So the clear pouring top coat that is from DecoArt. In this case you can pour it on, but you can also apply it with a brush or a silicone pad, what I like to do, and I have another video on how to do that. First things first, before I forget it, if you use silicone, you need to clean it off. Imagine silicone is oil, so if you have a frying pan and you have oil in it, that needs to get off, right? So some people use like cornstarch and then a bit of alcohol or baby wipes. Personally, thinking about that concept of oil in a frying pan, I don't think it's sufficient. If you do it well multiple times and whatever, it works for you, perfect. For me, I want to be on the safe side, and I wash it with warm water and dish soap. Of course it needs to dry another day eventually, but that's what I do, and you can find a 2-minute video about that also on this channel. Now let's go to the tools. Normal soft flat brushes, make sure they're soft and flat like these ones, because you need to hold them horizontal doing varnishing and not like that. Then you have, a lot of people use scar sponges, but you can also just use normal sponges and apply the varnish with that. A cotton cloth, and you have really rollers that are for varnish. And even if for any of these varnishes I would have some test pieces to try it on, but this also works perfectly fine. You just need to figure out how to not press too much to not have any type of bubbles. So to not have brush strokes or bubbles, test, trial and error, and then only when you're confident go on your big paintings. My absolutely favorite thing to use, and really zero risk of brush strokes, is a makeup silicone pad. It's very soft and flat, and you just rub it on like that. Unfortunately, this painting is so big that I'm worried that it's going to be dry already while I'm still on the other side. But any other painting, I really just use that. Then I'm not worried at all. And also for that, obviously, there is a video. I missed out on this one. This one is really from the hardware store, and it also works perfectly fine. Some of the varnishes, like the one from the hardware store, you can thin down 10%. It should be on the can, and it gives you an extra little bit of opening time, because all the water-based ones are very quick drying. Another thing worth mentioning, there are of course a lot of other varnishes, but keep with the water-based ones, because if you have solvent-based ones, solvent means it will interact with your paint and with your binder. it will break, it will change color, and all these kind of risks, so check what it is. Okay, so let's go to varnishing. Okay, so what is also always beneficial is to make it slightly, not even wet, but damped. So with a little spray bottle or something like that. I still have this a little wet from washing, so I'm just gonna wipe that on. Okay, so that's it. You might now say, what the heck why is she talking about all the different varnishes when at the end she's using a top coat pour-on and a silicone pad? That's simply because I like it. But the top coat, the good thing is that it's self-leveling. It is a little bit more expensive, but yeah, you can do it also really thinner. It's very shiny, and the self-leveling is for my whole confidence that I don't have all the brush strokes. It looks a little whitish, like Liquitex pouring medium a bit in that way. That will dry, obviously, completely transparent. Like right now, you'll also see a lot of brush strokes or silicone pad strokes still, but that will also disappear when it's in the drying process. And if you ever have it that it's not, let it dry, use a little bit of sandpaper and go again. Also as long as it's water-based, the varnishes go together all just fine. So if you don't have the one anymore, you use a different one. That's all not a big problem. Okay, so I hope this helped you a little bit. And yeah, if you use a silicone pad, you're really on the safe side. Otherwise, use a flat, soft brush or a sponge or whatever you like. Really the only advice is make some test pieces until you feel confident. Okay, thanks for watching. I hope I see you back soon, and bye bye.